All right, so firstly, describe in your own words what is CAM Productions.
CAM Productions is like it's a production class that specializes in documentary type filmmaking, but doubles as like a production company, like training bra program for the university where you kind of like do stuff where you make projects like as a production company, but in kind of like a mellow, well, not mellow, like a context where you're kind of like figuring it out. You're kind of learning the ropes of what it'd be like to do that.
Right, and describe the process of finding a story and turning that into your project.
Finding a story, it's kind of like there's a lot of different things that you could do, especially for this class. Like there's a whole list of artists and people and interesting points of interest that we could pursue. And then
hold up until after the flushing.
Okay.
Probably received that. Okay, continue.
So finding a story, basically there were a list of topics we could do over different artists and different points of the school that were interesting, and we just went out and picked ones that we thought we could do well or do justice to. And we went around and contacted those people to first see if they were interested. If they were, then we went after it. We kind of made a story out of that.
All right, and then explain your project, the Ken Walker.
My project is over this. It's a post-CU grad named Ken Walker, and he lived a very interesting life, and he studied at the art program here. And after he graduated, he continues to make art and live his life in Denver, Colorado, and it's just about his different life experiences, being a firefighter, being an underwater welder, being in the military, and all these things that shaped him being an artist and being a student, and how it all affected him in his life. So.
All right, and how would you explain your experience in discovering this story and getting it shot, and meeting Ken and things like that?
Oh, it was really cool. The first day, how did I describe the experience of meeting Ken Walker? I went over with a couple of other students in the class, Darren Hone and Derek Zen. We went and we had some coffee and we just talked to him. He's just a really interesting guy, very open, loves to talk, a lot of interesting stories. And so we're like, definitely we can do this. So it's really good when your subject, the documentary, is very open, because you can just sit and interview and talk to him, and then kind of figure out how to cut a story together from there.
All right. What were your big challenges or things you have learned by doing these CAM production projects?
The challenges is finding time to get a crew to go shoot. Finding time in which the moon and the stars and the planets all align, when you have a crew and when you have time and when you have your subject who's being interviewed has time, and like everyone can get together in the same place and you can do it and get it done professionally and as well as possible. I mean, that's the hardest thing, is scheduling.
All right. Describe the process of being offered the opportunity of making the network commercial.
Oh, that was a fun learning experience for me, because I got to direct it and I had never directed anything like that before. So it came to us and we kind of got our shot lists, and it gave me like a real like knowledge of what it's like to work in like a production company kind of setting, because it's like you shoot it on one Saturday and you kind of have like these really hard, fast conditions to do it. Like it's really hit the ground running. Like you have to shoot it in one day in like 5 hours. We didn't even get 5 hours. We got maybe 4. And then you have to get it edited in a week. And since I knew the footage best, I had to edit it too. And just, it was like, but the thing is, usually you want more time than a week to get something that polished, but you have to get this project into finality.
All right, hold. Swearing in my footage. Oh, disgrace. Deception.
Yeah, but that was the hardest part, was getting a project filmed and produced and edited within a week's time, just really fast turnaround time. and you just work really fast because when you have a deadline, you just have to get it done, and that was a really good learning experience for me.
All right. Explain the experience, or kind of like tell, in a way, kind of like tell the story of like having it shown at the convention center and have been seen with all those people there. Seeing all those people around you and things like that.
Well, we went to the convention center luncheon, and it was kind of funny because I always feel out of place at things like that because everyone's like put together and like in their mid-30s, youngest, and everyone's like has like the suit and tie and everything, and I kind of grabbed a shirt that was like not too wrinkly and threw it on with a tie, and I'm just going through film school, and it's funny. It's like it was really cool though to show your work and to be in a group of all those people and to have it appreciated it and to get the lunch, and it was good. It was a lot of fun.
All right. Might as well go ahead and jump to the last one. What would you say you have taken the most out of doing cam productions? Like,
Ability to hit short turnaround times and deadlines, and more experience directing documentaries, which is something that directing and editing documentaries, which is something that I didn't know too much about before this class, and that's really cool. And also the ability to work in a production company style setting before actually starting one and doing it as a business. It's kind of like a way to kind of get your foot in the water, and that was really beneficial to me to see, when I'm going into my future, how I'm going to run this and what it's going to be like.